do the other one, G.
Okay, there we go.
Look, we're stuck in the system, we can't get out. It's time for a change, stop running your mouth. I'm looking for work, but I can't get it out. Look for the light, but the sun blotted out.
Hold on, let me hop on the beat. Cause social injustice and prisoner mindset is something we gotta defeat. We idle these hoes and wear all these clothes with shoes that can't be creased. Steady looking for substance and change, but we searching all up in these streets.
Got a stain on my shirt that I can't get out. My people on high like the top of the mount. We thirsting for truth, but there's no spout. Look for a savior, but no one around.
But no one's around, but where do they look? It ain't in the church, it ain't in the book. We can't get a job, so we rather crook. They got us in chains, a fish on a hook.
Look, harvesting not bodies, harvesting not organs. Got 'em real big mad, cause they culture boring. Pimping the poor, Jim Crow at the door. Selling our souls, our daughters a whore. I wanna give in, can't take it no more. Don't wanna believe our people are more.
We swept our cup when we look at decline. We got a new bottle, it's filled with...
Hello, and welcome back to another Macro Culture Move podcast, where we cover everything from intense social topics to funny social trends. We are your host, Mark Jonathan.
G.
And as always, we have a wonderful segment for you all today. But before we get started, if we can have our brief disclaimer.
So here on the Make a Culture Move podcast, we cover a lot of things. And sometimes they can be controversial. And if you kind of feel some type of way about some of the things that we might have said, evaluate that. Because, we're considered the experts. That's why y'all come to us and we, dish out what we say. So if you feel some kind of way, just evaluate that, you feel me? And then think about it. Hit us up. We'll talk about it, and then we can come talk about it. Because that's what we do here at Macam. But with that being said, welcome to our podcast, and I hope y'all ready for today's show.
Absolutely. So reading this topic initially, I was real interested. You feel me? We talk a lot about how our hair is targeted in some aspects. But yeah, what you got for us today?
Okay, so yeah, I had a couple things. First, I want to start off with this little clip of Black Excellence. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I had something I wanted to share on that too.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Oh, let me share.
Wait, you want me to try?
Nope, I got it. Okay. So, y'all, this Black brother and sister, young entrepreneurs, create a stock up kids to teach others about stocks and finance.
Okay.
Let me show y'all these two little kids right here, brother and sister.
Nice afro, brother.
You hear me? Okay. So in Baltimore, they're cute, they're talented, they're smart, and they want to teach people about money. Spirit and Callie Ramon aren't your ordinary kids. The brother and sister are entrepreneurs. They're business stock up kids. We started with companies that we already knew, like Nike, Microsoft, McDonald's, and stuff like that. And we just used Yahoo Finance, which is a free website, Callie said. Callie says they started paper trading when he was 9 and Spirit 7. Now as 6th and 7th graders, they've taken their show on the road. So Spirit wasn't hard learning all of this stuff. Well, at first it was because we were 7 and 9 and it was a little complicated. But as we started practicing and doing more of it, we learned more and got easier. Spirit said, we're learning about finance. We're learning about financial literacy. We're learning about how to manage our money and how to trade it. Of course, so that stuff some people don't even learn as adults, Callie said. Okay, now they're swing trading and doing speaking engagements at schools and colleges. They have a YouTube channel, a subscription service on their website, and they're constantly learning from mentors. On Sundays, we have roundtable meetings and we discuss not only the trades of the week, but they also have researched other trades. They go over different terms as far as they can speak the language and know the language well, Father Gary said. Okay, y'all. Look.
That's crazy, though. We talk a lot about financial
Right
literacy.
now. Like it is. You're right. It's crazy. Right? They're in 6th and 7th grade right now. They started at 7 and 9. That's
Absolutely.
dope.
No, that's something we should encourage. You know, financial literacy is so important, and we're so behind on that aspect. Like, we don't necessarily have a money problem, but how we spend is definitely something we need to learn and learn how to invest and all that.
And it's like, you know, we talk about all the time, it's never too early to start teaching your kids about finances and financial literacy or anything like that. It's never too early to teach them about the value of money and how money works. And so to see that is just like dope, you know, because we talk about it often. And so it's important to see the work behind it. And so I encourage everybody, you know, if you got kids, if you know kids, put them on to that Stock Up Kids and teach them how to, you know, manage their money young at an early age so that when they get to having to live on their own, they already know how to manage money so they're not going to struggle. You feel me?
And it falls in with supporting Black business at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So,
this is something we always encourage and want to make sure that we do.
No doubt.
Okay. So yeah, that was a little. What do you have to add to that, Mark? Did you want to add to that right now?
Oh, yeah, let me go ahead and share my screen as well. Boom.
I love to see it, though. I love to see it.
I know. So, boom. Meet the 12-year-old genius who has been accepted into Georgia Tech. All right. So just jumping into this, right? So Caleb Anderson, a 12-year-old boy who is in his second year in college. So I'm assuming that he was in college last year, which means he was in college at 11. So is making headlines again after being accepted to the Georgia Institute of Technology. And this is what really got me, I ain't gonna lie. So Caleb, who is currently studying aerospace engineering. Okay, let me just repeat that. Caleb, who is currently studying aerospace engineering at, I don't know how to, is that Chattahoochee? Okay. Okay. Technicals College will soon be enrolled at Georgia Tech, also known as Georgia Institute of Technology in Atlanta. Caleb says that he has even bigger plans once he finishes college. I think that I'm going to go to Mars and do more school. I think and try to get my master's at Georgia Tech. He said, then do an internship with Elon Musk, I'm assuming. And then I'll probably get my PhD at MIT. And then I think I'll start working at either NASA or SpaceX.
Somebody's got to look.
Come on.
Look, you know, come with it.
Come on. You know, we talk a lot about exploring fields or a variety of different fields really young besides sports, rapping, singing, that type of stuff. And this isn't necessarily what we meant, but this is crazy. Okay, I mean, I feel that though.
Because we have the capabilities. You feel me? We're not less than that. You feel me? This is what we mean. Be more than just we're talented in every area. Okay, so we see the talent in the music and the theatrics in those fields, but this is a talent, right? Because not everybody can do this. Not everybody has those engineering, just natural abilities, or those mathematic natural abilities. Some people suck at math and science, but it's one of those things that's also a universal language. You feel me? Science and math is everywhere. And almost everybody can speak math and science. They can understand math and science of things. So, like, this is what we mean when we say strive higher and bigger than, just being the next Nipsey, or, like, we have people in that field already. And we know that we can dominate that field. We know we can dominate in that area of life. But these are the areas that we need to know we can dominate in.
For real.
You feel me? Like, it was a group of Black women as to why the white man was even able to land on the moon. If it weren't for the brains of those Black women, they would have never figured it out properly, because they were trying. They had been trying so many times. They have tried to get the mathematics down right to make sure they landed properly on the moon and got back to Earth safely. They couldn't do it. And then you have this group of Black women that come in and they get it done. They're like, what are we doing? Oh, you need me to figure out the arithmetic of getting on the moon? Okay, well, if you do this, this, and this, and boom, 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 you're there safely and back. 100%. So this is what we mean. This is what we mean when we say strive higher. Like, because we have the capabilities. We have it. You just have to believe in yourself that you can be more. You have to teach your kids and your siblings and your little cousins and nieces and nephews that they can be more. And you have to recognize that potential in them young too. We recognize if a kid can dance young. We recognize if a kid can, you feel me, spit some bars. We recognize all those things young, but are we recognizing the other time? We recognize if they could run good on the field, or if they can throw and catch a ball, or if they can shoot a 3-pointer from the half court line. We recognize those things at young ages, and we push them. We push them heavily in those areas, but are we recognizing, like, dang, this kid is smart. Like, all this kid ever wants to do is build stuff. You just want to build stuff? Like, what are you build? Like, we need to take interest in that stuff. Like, what are you building? What are you doing? Okay, that's cool. And we have to show, like, because we show interest that it's cool with the sports. So the science and stuff, that's cool. Show me what you're doing. We have to start motivating them in those areas. That's dope.
Absolutely. You feel me? And, I can't even think of too many people that attended college and then have goals of extra education. So, like, once they graduate undergrad, they're going into graduate school. Like, he talking about going to MIT and from there going to NASA and then going to Mars to do more work at 12 years old. Like,
see, but that's like, I wonder what his home life is like. I wonder if he comes from that 2-parent home stability, because with that, when you, like, coming from that structure, it's easy for your kids to just focus on what they like, because when you come from that single parent home, or the instability and the toxicity, it's hard for kids to focus on just wanting to be kids and what they want in life, because it's all the stuff that's going on. You feel me? Like, with single parents, usually the kids have to grow up faster. You have to grow up faster, especially if there's multiple kids in the home. Like, you got to grow up faster, and you feel me? It's just how it happens. So it's like, that's why we also push that stability in 2-parent homes, because then it's like, it gives your kids the opportunities to be so much more, because now you're not struggling as a single parent. You can provide everything that your child needs for them in whatever area it is. If it is sports, you can provide it. You don't have to worry about not having equipment or anything like that. You can have the best trainers. If it's science and mathematics, you can push it in that. If it's art, you can put whatever it is, because you have that stability. You can do it. There's no question to it. You don't have to worry about it, and it makes an easier life for your kids, in my opinion.
Nah, you 100% right. I mean, nah, yeah, you 100% right. You know, in that single parent household, you know, it would be unreasonable to think that the kid doesn't worry about more often than not the mother. You
Right.
feel me? So he got all that on his plate along with trying to balance school. So once he's done with high school, he's like, okay, I'm gonna just work so I can put food on the table so my mom don't got to. You feel me?
Yeah.
But nah, I'm gonna look more into his background because you know, nevertheless, if he just has a mother, then that's
Even
ridiculous. Or a
more,
mother or
yeah,
father,
even
that's
more. Because it's like
ridiculous.
it's that power behind. It's that power behind fighting through the struggle. You feel
Hmm.
me? It's the power behind fighting through the struggle and not giving up and persevering through. So it's like either way, it's powerful. Whatever
Hmm.
background, whatever type of background he comes from, it's powerful because of where he is right now at 12 years old.
100%.
It speaks to the upbringing.
Exactly.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay, so we're gonna segue,
Segue.
segue, segue. Okay, Mark, you still got your screen shared. So
Oh, I do.
yeah,
Oh,
you
that
if
makes
you
sense. I was
you can keep
wondering.
it up. Oh, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't mind.
Oh, yeah. I got you. No doubt.
Okay, and then we will go to y'all. I'm ready about time. I'm so ready for just. I'm ready for these white people to leave us alone about our hair. You feel
You
me?
want this first one?
Person. Yeah, like it, y'all. So, college cheerleader reportedly kicked off squad for wearing a bonnet to practice.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous, y'all. Because let me tell you, like, Black women who are truly comfortable in themselves will wear their bonnet wherever the hell they need to go. If I just gotta run to the corner store real quick, I just gotta run to the store. I can just gotta run somewhere real quick. I'm running outside. I'm not going anywhere where I have to really be presentable. Practice for one because it's practice. I'm gonna wear my bonnet. One because
Hmm.
it protects my hair. It protects the natural oils and stuff that we have in our hair. That's why we wear our bonnets when we go to bed, so our natural oils don't dry out. Fun fact, white people, if you're watching, they're white people. We wear bonnets because it protects the natural oils within our hair that you guys lack.
Okay,
So
talk about
yeah,
it.
yeah, y'all. So okay, let's get into this article a little bit.
All right.
Scroll down.
I don't know what that is. All these ads keep popping up. We do not
Yes,
endorse.
y'all, we do not support no ads. Okay. When we think of hair discrimination, we often assume it's relegated to professional or academic spaces. But in America, blackness is policed anywhere and everywhere. And reportedly, a cheerleader in Kansas, oh, y'all, that's next door to me, learned that lesson after she was removed from her cheerleading squad for refusing to remove her bonnet during practice. According to Kansas City Star, Taylon Jefferson refused to remove the bonnet for fear that her nearly 3 foot long braids might hit her teammate in the face. Respect, you feel me? That's
Reasonable.
reasonable. Jefferson, a junior, was on the squad at Ottawa University, a private Baptist university in Ottawa, Kansas, before her coach kicked her off the team. Jefferson said her refusal to remove the bonnet caused her coach Casey Jamerson launched into a racist rant telling Jefferson, "You shouldn't have gotten 7 foot long hair then." Jefferson said Jamerson told her that her box braids were a hindrance to her performance, were not collegiate, and she should never have gotten them in the first place. In a tweet about the confrontation, Jefferson said the coach even offered a couple of microaggressions, saying, "I do black people's hair. I'm a cosmetologist. I lived with a black girl for 5 years. I do understand what it's like to have hair like that."
Mm,
Y'all.
interesting.
So here's the full story in detail. Mark, click on the picture because we gone. The bottom one.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Here you go. Oh yeah, of course it's the one titled "Full Story in Detail."
Cause this is just wild. This is just wild. I think it's the bottom one. Go down. Just yeah. You hate ballerinas. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay. I was at cheer practice and my coach told me that I needed to take my bonnet off. I explained to her that my bonnet is covering my braids so that they do not hit anyone in the face because they hurt and they're 30 inches long. From there, she tells me that I am using my hair as an excuse. I told her I would rather not talk about this anymore because you do not understand. That's all I said. From there, she got very angry and hostile and she started throwing her hands saying, I don't understand. I don't understand. I do black people's hair. I'm a cosmetologist. I lived with a black girl for 5 years. I do understand what it's like to have hair like that. She goes on to say a very smart comment. You shouldn't have gotten 7 foot long hair then. She proceeds to tell me that my box braids are a hindrance to my performance and they are not collegiate and I never should have gotten them in the first place. Following all of those comments that she made about my hair and referring to black people, she proceeds to tell me, get the oh, y'all, the coach. Get the fuck out of her practice. From there, I got up off the ground and I walked over to my stuff. While I grabbed my things, I was asking some of my friends, do I sound crazy for telling her that she does not understand? The coach heard me and started walking. Next pic.
Oh, my bad. I don't have a Twitter. I don't know how this work.
That's okay. Okay, and started walking towards me with a very forward and hostile energy and her hands up saying, why are you talking shit? Why are you talking shit? No way a professional coach should be acting or speaking like that to one of her athletes. That night on the phone with some of my former teammates, I was told that the coach went up to them afterwards and started asking them, do you think I'm racist? The following day, I got called into a meeting with the coach and the cheer director, and I brought my closest friends. The whole time, I was pretty much being attacked. The coach was yelling at me saying, this is your fault. Did she call her a bitch? Is that what's
I don't
crossed out?
know.
Okay. This is your fault. You started it. You should have just said okay. I told her I felt like that was a discriminatory attack and the things she was saying were microaggressive. For the record, I never once called her racist. I think she was
Right.
triggered when I said those things because she started going off on a rampage saying, I know I'm not racist. It wasn't a microaggression. I work with black people. I do black people's hair. I have a weave in my head right now. She said again in the meeting that my hair is a hindrance and that I am a college kid cheerleader and if I cannot perform with the hit the arrow.
Oh yeah.
With the braids in my hair, then I shouldn't have gotten them. She also said absolutely not to me wearing braids for competitions and nationals because they supposedly hinder my performance, which they do not at all. After multiple meetings with administrators, they made the decision to kick me off of the cheer team where I have been for 2.5 years because of what happened. They told me that I needed counseling and that I have anger issues. Whoa, and that I defy authority, which is not true at all. Anybody that knows me knows I am the opposite of angry. I was just standing up for myself and my right to wear my hair how I want and wear a bonnet. The entire the entire the time of the entirety of my time at the university, I had never once been written up, warned, suspended, or had any type of misconduct. They did not even give me the option of suspension. They just kicked me off basically for standing up for myself and my hair, which I feel like was an extreme route to take, and nothing happened to the coach at all.
Mm, that's crazy.
Look,
That's crazy.
look, okay, y'all. I don't even want to talk about it. I want to get through the rest of these ones, and then we could talk because that's all I got. Is all these rest of these articles is about black hair, and so that was one student who was kicked off of her cheerleading team for wearing a bonnet. I got another girl that was kicked off of her cheerleading team because of the way her hair was looking. So, yeah,
That's
they just
crazy
they
though.
um black cheerleader kicked off team because of her hair speaks out. All that I wanted was an apology.
That's it. Nice looking young lady.
That's it. Go back up so we can see your hair real quick.
Oh yeah. I see nothing
Yeah,
wrong with it.
there's nothing wrong with her hair. It's cute. Love it, sis. Love it. Okay, scroll down. Let's read a little bit of this article.
Let's do
Again,
it.
in Kansas, y'all, they acting up in Kansas. They acting up in Kansas. Let me tell you, a black Kansas. Oh, is this the same story? So they got it mixed up then, but because this don't say nothing about a bonnet. You can close it, Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go into this one?
Yes, we're gonna talk about the 10 things you never say about a black girl's hair.
All right, let's do it.
Or a black person's hair, because our men have their locks too. And the same way you don't disrespect the black woman's hair is the same way you don't disrespect the black man's hair. Ever. Ever. Okay? So it's both. So 10 things you should never ask about a black woman about her hair. And a man, y'all. So I'm gonna scroll down, Mark, and we'll just start with the list.
Okay.
Do not, no ad, none of that. Okay. Is it real?
Oh,
Don't ask us if our hair is real.
like what?
Don't do it. Just don't.
If you can't tell, you should just leave it alone. Say it look nice.
Exactly. Or don't say anything.
Exactly.
Don't say anything. 2, can I touch it?
For it just make you seem like
Like you want to
an
pet me.
animal or like a new species. Like oh, I'm fascinated type of stuff. Like nah, if you don't touch, nah, that's a horrible example. I was about to say. If you can't touch the animals at the zoo, you can't touch the hair, but I don't even want to have that connection.
Look. Go down, we'll go to the next one. No. Moral of the story for that one, no. No, you
Absolutely.
cannot. Are you mixed with something?
Because that just gotta be the solution, right? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Are you mixed with something? White people, y'all wild. Don't ask me.
Man.
Don't, because now I might just end up mixing you. So don't.
Right.
Don't. Okay.
Like they just can't be just black.
Like, and yeah, we are. We're mixed with African black. We're mixed with Native American black.
Mm-hmm.
We're mixed with Puerto Rican black. We're mixed with Cuban black. White. We're mixed with Indian black, South American, North American, Central American, East India. We're black.
Mm-hmm. Talk about it.
Period. 4, why is it so poofy?
That's a crazy one.
That, I don't know, Mark, what would you do? Please, because I don't even know what I would do. Like, you just got your fro out, you feel me, chilling, and a white person comes back to you and asks you, why is your hair so poofy?
No, I've actually had this asked. Like, I was at a Young Life camp. And I've had an afro for the longest. If it's not in braids or plaits like these, then I have it in my afro. And the first question that I get asked is going to the story, like why was so big, it's so poofy, like how'd you get it that way? And like I'm just like a pig, water, like I don't know what you want me to say. Like I woke up this morning. Like that's like I don't know. There's nothing really to it. Like it's crazy because I can tell that most of it is out of like honest interest and curiosity, but like it's
and ignorance.
Okay, that's probably a better word. But yeah, it's really just waking up in the morning. But you'd be surprised.
Boy. 5, why do you wear weave when you have hair? Now, this I want to talk about because we're going to talk about this to the black men in the community too. Don't ask a black woman why she wears weave and she has hair. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Because oftentimes black women don't like to explain it. I'm going to break it down real quick. All right.
Go ahead.
We black women, We wear weave in our hair sometimes, whether it be extensions of braids, box braids, individuals, lemonade braid, however we do the braids. If we do twist, if we do the sewing, if it's a wig, it when you plait your hair down and you tie it down and you have it plaited down for a period of time, your hair has no choice but to grow. There's no choice but to grow. It's a growing process. Period. It is a growing process. And that growing process is up to each and individually on how they want that to be. If they're and then now and also it's a time saving process. If I have my hair in braids, I don't have to wake up every single day and do my hair. Because my hair ain't in braids, I gotta make sure it's conditioned real quick, put some leave-in conditioner in, do my edges, and I'm good to go. That's gonna take about 10 minutes rather than I have to wake up and do my hair and set aside an hour to do my hair. It's time saving. It saves time. Period. Fellas, let that be reason enough as to why your fellow Black women raise hair. It's a growth process and it's time consuming. Fellas, we kind of do that one for y'all. When we think about, you feel me, if when the relationship where we're doing stuff, would you rather me have to set aside an hour to get dressed and an hour? Those are two separate hours. An hour to get dressed and an hour to do my hair. Those are not, it doesn't happen in the same hour. It's two separate hours. So then that's 2 hours that I have to get dressed. But then you have to add the third hour to get ready. We can chop that down easily to 2 hours and 15 minutes if my hair is already done. I don't have to do it. Just a little insight for y'all, because I'm sick of the brothers always talking bad about the wigs and the weave and this, that, and the third. First of all, it's not your hair. Second of all, you feel me? Half of y'all you pay for it. You feel me? You're willing to pay for it. So yeah, that's another conversation. But
man, my only knock on it is that it be taking hours.
That's okay. That's okay. If I take one day out of my time to have my hair done for the next 2 months, is that really killing anybody?
No, not per se.
Exactly. You got to think about the logistics of it. I'm taking one day so that I can have my hair done for at least 2 months. And then 2 months from now, it'll be the same process. Rather than I have to get up and do my hair every single day. You got to think about it. Think about the logistics, It's okay.
I feel that.
Yeah, it's okay.
And it is expensive too. You did mention that.
It is expensive. It is expensive, but it's,
For real. Between that and the nails.
It's life. That's our culture. That's our culture. Look, 6. Why is it so short? Let me tell you why people think about shrinkage.
I experienced it too.
Shrinkage. Y'all, shrinkage, white people, is real. Our hair is like a sponge. When you think about a sponge, you feel me? When a sponge is dry and it's lacking moisture, it's small, right? It's small. But then when you add moisture to it and it then expands and it enlarges and it gets bigger, that's like Black people's hair. Period. I don't even know how else to explain it other than that. Exactly. Don't ask us why our hair is short, because we have shrinkage. This is another thing that you guys will never be able to understand, because y'all don't have shrinkage, and your hair also doesn't hold gravity. Our hair defines gravity. My bad. Our hair defines gravity. It grows up towards the sun. It doesn't grow down towards the ground.
Just on this, I can only think about like 3 white females hairstyles. And then that's what I think. Like,
Straight curly and pigtail.
exactly. That's why I think they be so confused because like black women's hair can go from poofy one day to laid down the next
We have
to
so
in
many
braids the
dynamics to it.
next.
We have so many dynamics to it. I remember when I took photography in high school, my photography teacher used to
Mm,
come all the time. He was like, I don't think I've ever seen you with the same hairstyle twice. I said, probably not in the same week. I said, you've probably seen the same hairstyle. I've probably
right.
repeated a hairstyle, but you probably haven't seen it within like the same week. I'm my same way about my hair how I am about my shoes. I don't want to double up my shoes in 1 week. Like when I'm really living my best life, I'm not wearing the same pair of shoes twice in 1 week. I'm that type of bougie. I
I
am, and I'm
feel
proud
that.
of it. I am proud. I am that type of bougie. I do not want to wear the same pair of shoes twice in 1 week. The same way about my hair. Now it's changed with my hair because I can't do much with this. This is what it is. But that's how I was when I was in high school, right? I don't want to repeat hairstyles like twice in 1 week. Like to me, that was weird. That was like weird stuff to me. I was like, that's like, why would I have the same hairstyle? Like I had that hairstyle yesterday, so today is gonna be different. Whether I would switch my ponytail from the left to the right side or the middle. You feel me? It might be a very similar hairstyle, but it's not in the middle today like it was yesterday, or whatever. But we have those dynamics. We can change it up however many ways we want, and that's what's so dope about having black hair.
I
Just
feel
dope.
that. I kind of be the same way because sometimes I just want cornrows, but I've been liking the plaits a lot recently. And then there just might be 1 week where I just want my afro out. You feel me? I got options.
Exactly. The options. And who don't love options?
I'm telling you.
Okay, y'all, this next one,
Oh, oh.
do you shower with it?
Like now we take it off.
I don't even know what I would do if somebody asked me that question. Do you shower with your hair? Do you eat with
That's
your mouth?
crazy. Right.
Like, what kind of question is that? I think I would really spaz. I'm trying to get better on my reactions. And they say there's no such thing as a dumb question, just dumb people. But that's a dumb question.
Sponsored
That's
by a dumb person.
sponsored by a dumb person. Like, don't look. Number 8, how do you get your hair like that? I'm blessed.
Nah, but even with the 7 though, like what are you
Okay.
implying?
What are you implying?
Like I
Like
don't
I'm a
take
mutant? Like
showers?
we're mutants?
Yeah, or it's like you whether assuming I'm not showering, or like I'm taking my hair out and then putting it back on. Like I don't really understand.
Okay, so look, I used to have people ask me when I was in middle school, like when I would do the extension braids, like the box braids.
Mhm.
Did I do that every night? Like did I wake up and do that every day? Did I take them out when I washed them? And I was like, so, and I did so when I was in middle school, y'all. That my 6th grade year, I was like extremely racist, and when I look back on it, I was very rude to them my white peers, right? My fellow classmates. I was, and then I look back on it, I was racist and I was rude. I was also coming from a hurt place, dealing with white people. But there would be times where I would be explained. They would ask me questions, and the type of person I am, I just let whatever comes to my mind fly out of my mouth. There's no thought process in between of it getting here and coming out there. So that's what used to happen a lot. And they just used to take it like, oh, okay, makes sense. And so I used to get that question. I would say, what kind of dumb shit is that? That was my response to that question. That's so dumb. Like, why? Does that make sense to you? And I would make them sit and think about it. Who has the time? Do you see how many braids are in my fucking hair? This is like 100, 200 braids in my hair. You really think I'm going to bed every night and taking them out and waking up every morning and putting them back in? Sit and think with that question and then come back and give me your answer and we'll talk about it then. That's how I used to treat them white people.
In
And they
school
love
too.
me.
Like you did all that for school.
For school. Who am I here to impress? Y'all? I
Yeah.
don't like y'all. And I make that known. I don't even like y'all, so I know y'all don't think I'm here to impress y'all. Y'all, and they loved me. I never understood it. Ever.
It reminded me of Get Out, where they had the auction for the black dude, and like they was just asking him oh, how do you feel being black in society, or this, that, and the third, like dang, like I've been this all my life, like it ain't nothing really to it, like we just do it.
We just do, ain't nothing really to it. We just do it. Okay. Look.
Exactly.
Hey, how do you get your hair like that?
Like we said, we wake up more
Period.
often than not.
Period. Like that. Look. Just how do you not wash your hair every day? All right, now this one, I understand the question where it comes from, because white people wash their hair every day. They if they go without washing their hair, then they have hair damage. And that is because white people don't have no natural hair oils.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any natural hair oils. We are born and godly gifted with natural hair oils. If we wash our hair every day, we are going to dry out our natural hair oils. And so technically, black people were supposed to wash our hair, 1 to 2 weeks, do like a deep wash and condition 1 to 2 weeks, and then condition your hair at least 3 times a week. The conditioning and the washing and the shampoo washing is different, and that's why I think people really lack confusion at is you don't have to shampoo your hair every time you condition your hair. That's why they don't come in the same bottle. You have shampoo in the bottle, you have conditioner in the bottle. So you don't have to shampoo your hair every time you can. That's why conditioner, you go through it more often. At least you should. You should run through your conditioner way faster than you run through your shampoo. Mm-hmm. That's just a black fact tip, okay? That is a black fact tip. If you're not running through your conditioner faster than you're running through your shampoo, your hair is lacking conditioning, period.
Absolutely. And I like what they said here is there isn't always some magical serum that turns our hair curly. Sometimes that's just how it is. Like they think we're doing magic or something. It really is just waking up.
It really is just waking up. And then there's also this magical factor too, that we had this magical ingredient called water. Such a magical ingredient. You add water to your hair, who knows what it'll do. Literally,
Comes
though,
right
that's
out
the
the
thing.
faucet.
So people ask me why, I cut my hair. And, it's a lot of different reasons that go into that. But one of the main things for me was that I was tired of doing my hair. I was really just tired of having to wake up and do my hair every day, especially because the job I was working, I was like, I don't want to have to wake up, get dressed, and do my hair. Like, I'm already late to work every day. Like it's a struggle. But I'm at a point where, I miss it. People say, your short hair is going to be just as hard to maintain and manage as your long hair was. And I was like, I don't know. I don't really think so. And I don't think it is. I do have to, make sure I keep up with my barber. But I don't think it's really as expensive. Like, I think cutting my hair was one of the greatest things I've ever could have done with my hair, was to just do the big chop. But now I'm ready for it to grow back, and I'm excited for that process. Very excited for that process.
I feel that.
Okay. And then 10, it's so thick. How do you have time to deal with it? That's what I was saying. I don't. Okay. That's why I cut it. But that is so true with Black people's hair, and it ranges in thickness too. Not everybody has the same type of thickness. That the thing is, our hair can be short, but it's thick, and that thickness is still I don't care with Black people. If your hair is long, short, medium, if it's thick, it's a problem. If it's thick hair is so like, I don't even know how to even explain it. It's just, but I think that's also the beauty of it. I think
No
that's
doubt.
also the beauty of Black people's hair is that thickness to it. Um it shows the strength that we carry from our roots, right? Because our hair are our roots. It's growing literally out of our head, right? You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Our scalp. So that thickness really just shows the leverage and the amount of the strength that we possess that white people don't have.
Absolutely. I mean, and just to add to that, like if you're like me, like I got three different textures in my hair. It's like it's I definitely feel that 100% because there's been times I wanted to cut my hair just because I got tired of picking it out or getting it braided every other week type stuff, and it's definitely a lot to deal with. Since I've been putting it in braids and stuff, it's definitely gotten easier. But yeah, nah, we deal with a whole lot of stuff. Sometimes it's not just thick, or it might be thick on one side and
Not on the
thin on the
other.
other. Like it's crazy. I really got three different textures in my head.
And that's
Yeah.
crazy too. But I want to talk about that. So you can stop sharing. We just
Oh yeah, my fault.
look, so I just with Black people, you just gotta, that's the thing. Some of us grow up and you don't really know the background and the deepness of the hair culture. It's one of those things that we overlook. We just kind of just overlook the intensity of the hair culture when it's not something that we should overlook. Like I'm 22 and I'm just now really learning how to braid. That to me has always been a problem because I have hell of a women in my family. That's something that I should just know how to do. And like Mark was saying, learning, having the plaits and the braids and stuff in his hair now is helping maintain it easier. If we teach those things young, you feel me? Then it's easy to maintain and keep up. Like those are the things that really do help our hair grow. That's why braids are so important to the culture. Braids are so
Hmm.
important to the culture. Like plaits, all that, they're so important to the culture. Um,
And so many different styles too.
yeah, so many different, like there's so much that you can do, and it's honestly like almost whatever type of style that you have in here, whether it's just your regular natural or you got some locks in right now, or you have some box braids in, or you got a weave in, you can still braid it. You can braid locks, right? Like that, and that's a different style within itself. That's so dope that white people
Hmm.
can't even fathom. They fantasize over it. With our box braids, we turn them into other braids as well, and white people are like, whoa, you braided your braids? Like, you can do that? How'd you do that? That's so cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can do a lot with it. We can put it up, and there's this video, this girl, she on TikTok, she was asked to put her hair in different styles based on the emojis that she was given. She had some dreads, and her dreads were like long, like down to her ass type long. And she was killing them. Like each emoji that they hit her with, like a bicycle, a top hat. Like it was some wild emojis that they hit her with, and she was hitting them all. But it's like our hair can do that. Our hair does that, and it's just natural element, which is crazy. And that's what I mean when I say our hair defines gravity. Our hair defines gravity. It grows up in a crown towards the sun and not down towards the ground.
For real. I have to wear my do-rag to keep my hair down. Otherwise, it'd just be sticking up. Yes, I know you speaking
Exactly.
facts.
Exactly. And that, man, the dynamics of Black people here is just crazy. I remember, oh man, this was just such a painful time in my life because I was just so irritated. Because like when I had my hair, I would tell people all the time, my hair has a mind of its own. I don't tell my hair what to do. I don't tell my hair what to do. My hair tells me what to do. And I don't have a choice but to listen. Otherwise, I'm gonna be looking crazy because my hair don't listen to me. It does what it wants. It literally does what it wants. Like if I'm trying to straighten it, or vice versa. I'm trying to poof it out. Wet it and make it fro like, and I'll have a string, just one disobedient little string that just wants to stay straight. It don't want to curl with the rest of the head. It don't want to poof with the rest of the head. Just one little string. And I know several Black people who have that problem. Like, because I had somebody pointing out to me, and they was like, "Girl, your straight strand is just poking." I said, "Wow." She said, "Here, let me fix it." Put it by. She said, "I got that same problem." Black people, we understand that type of stuff with each other. We understand that type of stuff. But it's like you have to teach. I don't know. I believe you have to teach the kids to know their hair. I think it's important to know your hair because it's a part of who you are and it's a part of your hygiene, really. Maintaining your hair, you have to know how to deal with it. And if you teach kids how to know their hair young, whether it's boys, girls, whatever, then you can have a little more control over, because I don't think any Black person really tells their hair what to do. I think all of our hair tells us what to do and we kind of just roll with it. Because if it don't want to do something, it will push back. Yeah, it pushes back. Have you ever had your hair pushed back, Mark, when you're trying to do a certain type of style and it just won't work with you?
Absolutely, but like, I got so many examples. Like being from Florida, like I'm sure most people have seen some of the hairstyles that they choose to rock, like from the rappers to just regular streetwalkers, man. I'm telling you, I could go to my grandma's right now and see 5 different people with hair sticking out from here, and I mean like up here, like I don't like that's just their culture down there. Like our hair is beautiful, long and natural. For real, because
the different states, because that's also true. Like my hair is a completely different way when I was in Denver than how it is out here in Missouri. And the same when I lived in Louisiana. Like my hair was growing so fast and rapidly in Louisiana. Like it was just growing, and I was in love. I was like, oh my God.
that humidity. Something serious.
It's all about location. Like I try to tell people all the time in Colorado, and a lot of them who have that closed box mindset don't be believing me. But I be trying to tell them, like, when we have the hair conversation, your hair is lacking the moisture that it deserves. Not because you're doing anything wrong with it, but because of the location you're in. You're in Denver, Colorado, 5,280 miles above sea level. It's the dry air there is ridiculous. So isn't that? And I thought, like, when I was living in Denver, I thought I was doing something wrong. I was like, I gotta be doing something wrong. I just gotta be, like, because I don't understand. And that's not what it is. It's where you are. Black people, our hair deserves natural moisture. We can give our hair all the water and products that we want to keep it moisturized, but that's, you feel me? It's the natural moisture from the God-given air that our hair deserves. And listen to my words when I say that. Our hair deserves natural moisture. Period. It just does. And that's why you like, so when you're in places like Louisiana, Florida, Atlanta, New York, California, Texas, when you're by the water, people, the experimentation on hair, it goes to a whole different level. And so it's like, and I know it's in Colorado, like, because my mom right now, she's like, she doesn't know if she wants to get dressed or she wants to keep her hair because she likes when her hair is straight. And I'm trying to explain to her, like, that would be a cool dilemma if we were still in Denver, because you can straighten your hair in Denver and it doesn't poof out 20 minutes after you just straightened it. Whereas out here, we've experimented, we've tried it. We tried to straighten your hair to see how long it lasts, and it's a waste of time. It's a waste of
Absolutely.
time because, and I told her, I said, the only way your hair is going to stay straight is if you get a relaxer. She doesn't want a relaxer. It's a chemical. You feel me? And it is. It's a chemical in your hair. And a lot of women, when they get away from the relaxer, they like to stay away from the relaxer. And I respect it. I respect it 100%. So if you like your straight hair, then you have to be more comfortable with the weaves. That's another thing. I can get back into the weaves like with that too, depending on where you're at. If you want that straight hair and you know because of the location you're in, your hair is not going to stay straight without a perm, and you don't want to get a perm because you don't want to put chemicals in your hair, then you go to a weave. That's another reason why we wear weaves.
Mm-hmm. But just so we could cover this before we end off, got one more little article for us today. Well, let me share my screen. All right, so new platform for kids celebrates Black beauty through natural hair. You can see all these beautiful hairstyles, right?
Yes.
Adorable Black princesses. All right, so New Orleans, Silk Me Kids, the only kids salon in New Orleans, is ramping up brand awareness campaigns to spread their mission of becoming the educational leader and epicenter for kids to learn about and celebrate natural hair and Black beauty, what we was just talking about. So the brand recently launched a slew of high-profile marketing efforts, including a billboard campaign featuring their baby bratty ambassador Demi Sky, and in lieu of the cancellation of Mardi Gras, the brand allows the spirit to live on with the Crew de Cuties themed campaign and salon decor that creates the scenery and vibe of local New Orleans Carnival Parade festivities. All right, I'm gonna read this paragraph. So kids who use Silk Me Kids hair care products are able to bring out their hair's best potential and instills in them a sense of confidence from being able to embrace this and celebrate who they are. In addition, in creating products to allow kids to look and feel their best, we create platforms like campaigns, performances, and music videos to give kids the spotlight where they can celebrate their beauty, said CEO Mean Kelly. I'm gonna say Mimi, okay, who was featured in the Spa Queen magazine in 2019. So this is basically what we were just talking about. And they got an Instagram following at Took Me Kids, 15K followers. So I feel that that's what we was just talking about. You feel me? Teaching the kids young to explore their beauty.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And
That's it.
that's dope, though. I mean, as you can see from the article, there was many different hairstyles, and they all look natural.
Man, I think, that's why doing little girls' hair is so important. Like, I try to make sure I do my baby sister and my niece's hair every single day. And you can always tell with kids who are used to getting their hair done because they sit and get their hair done. Like, you feel me? Now, they may not like it. Not all of them may like it, but they will sit and get their. They won't fight you on it. So like my niece, she loves getting her hair done. That's my little dolly face. Like she loves getting her hair done. So I always do her hair first because my baby sister, she'll sit in here get her hair done, but she wants to play. She don't want to do anything that's gonna stop her from playtime. So I have to do my niece's hair first but she loves to look pretty. And she knows when her hair is done, she looks pretty. So when she sees that Nunu's hair is done and Nunu looks pretty, she's like, okay, cool, now I'm ready to get my hair done. And she'll let me take that time out to do her hair. Whereas when my niece is not here and I have to do my sister's hair, I have to go and get this every single time. Every single time. I have to go and grab this, and here she comes. Now here she comes, and she's like, "Okay, I'll get my hair done." Like, yeah, girl. Like, all I have to say is paddle, and she's like, "Okay." And she's like, "Okay, here I come." And that's a whole another topic, but knowing your kids as well. Like, my niece will I don't have to do that with her. But with my sister, I have to scare her a little bit in order to get her to do what I'm trying to get her to do. That's a different topic.
Mm-hmm. Well, not no doubt. And then just to point out their location, they in New Orleans. You feel me? Home of the
Some of
moisture.
those hairstyles, go back to that real quick, Mark, just to highlight the cover of the article. Let me look at some of those hairstyles that they had, because I know this one, it was like a bow. So dope.
Mm-hmm.
So dope. Like,
Pull this up real quick. Boom.
the bratty bunch. Like, look, you can tell this one in the purple in the corner that she just got her natural rocking. That's just her natural
Mm-hmm.
rocking. Then you have this is like that's like a crown that they did around her hair. That's so dope. Love it with the braids and the seashell beads. At least that's what they look like. They might not be seashells. And then you have just the beautiful bun, just the classy, elegant, beautiful bun, right? And then you got baby
Yeah.
girl in the yellow. You feel me? That's all personality. That's all personality right there. Like, oh, I'm in love. And then you got baby in the blue with her bow, talking about boom, bam. Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Exactly.
Like, oh, and then we have just the natural up ponytail. Look, and honey, yes. And then we have the scrunch ponytail
Uh-huh.
where you have the different sectors. I love it. I love it. So elegant. So
Absolutely.
elegant. And back with a natural ponytail.
Yeah, with a lot of hair.
With a lot of hair. I mean, all of these are natural hairstyles, just
Mm-hmm.
depending on how you style it. This shows the many different dynamics that our hair can do and that our hair defines gravity. This ponytail wouldn't be staying down like this if it wasn't put in a foundation to
Mm-hmm.
go down. Otherwise, it would
Nah,
stay up like how the other two natural ponytails are. They're up.
I know. I bet sis in the bottom left corner just got water in her hair.
I
That's the
promise you.
only reason it's down.
Promise you. Promise you.
But not. That will conclude today's podcast. We appreciate you all for rocking with us. Just a few things to cover before we head out. Please make sure to follow all of our social media platforms. You got me?
I got you.
Say that. So first we got Make a Chess Move, Make a Culture Move, www.makeachessmove.org is our website. Got Macam303, Instagram Macam303, Twitter Macam303, and Pinterest Macam303. And then make sure to subscribe to our YouTube at Make a Chess Move Macam. Really need to get them subscribers up. We're trying to hit 100. Make sure to cop our Macam apparel, more apparel coming on the way. Speaking of bonnets, that was an exclusive we gave a little while back, but look out for that. But other than that, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us, and y'all Macam out there.